I recorded this video yesterday only for me to accidentally delete it. So here's the deal. So yesterday I filmed this entire video and I was taking pictures for a thumbnail, and I was also deleting old content that was on this camera to make room for more content. And I got trigger happy with the delete button and I accidentally deleted content that I filmed for this video. So we're gonna redo it today. It is currently Monday, May 26th. I also look like a hot mess because I did not feel like getting ready. Oh! Got a little too aggressive. Anyways, what I was trying to say is I don't feel like getting ready again for this video, so this is how y'all gonna see me. Alright, first things first. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ari. I'm an Indigenous beauty and lifestyle content creator, and in this video I will be showing you guys how, as a college grad, I'm gonna get my life together. So without further ado, let's get on to this video. Being a college grad, I spent the last 5 years locked in on school, and honestly, like, I was afraid of like taking on other like things while in school because that would lead to me flunking out of school. So for the last 5 years, I've been so locked in with school, my life is all out of order because of it. Now that I just graduated, I figured, hey, I'm gonna have all this extra time on my hands, why not utilize it to get back to where I need to be? And I figured, hey, there's probably other college grads out there that are probably in the same boat like me. So I figured, why not make a video to kind of help each other out? So I figured, why not make a video so that we can thrive together? So with that being said, there are 3 categories that I really wanted to focus on in my personal life. You don't have to follow exactly this plan that I made myself. This is more unique to me, so you guys can alter it to however it fits you, but you know, here's some like inspo in case you do need it. So I did some thinking and I was like, how am I gonna do this? Like, what is it that I want to focus on? Not to mention, like, writing everything down just felt overwhelming, so I realized, why not use Notion? For those of you who don't know, Notion is a good tool to utilize to organize your life, whether it's work, school, or business, whatever. I used it heavily while I was in school to keep track of school assignments, projects, as well as like work stuff. We are going to utilize Notion for this video. No, this video is not sponsored by Notion, and if it was, give me a call. Let's go ahead and get on to the video on how I use Notion to get my life together. Going in, I did not know how I was gonna format Notion, so like I did some research and I found another content creator. She, you know, created this template that she wanted to use to her 2025 goals and stuff. Almost like a vision board diary in a way. And I really liked how she set it up, and lucky for me, she had the template for free linked in her video, so go ahead and watch her video. It's linked down below. And I utilized that template, and the only thing different with mine and hers is that with her Notion, a lot of her stuff is unique to her, so I took out some stuff in order to make it more unique to me. Although I did keep some stuff in there because I felt like it aligned a lot with my goals, as well as like how I feel about this going in. First things first is my main Notion page. I really liked how she had her set up, so I kind of kept it the same. I just altered it so that way like the aesthetic was more unique to me. I did take inspo from the categories she had. Like I said, I just kind of made it fit for me. So we have 3 categories. We have health and wellness, all things goals, and always learning. You know, I need to emphasize that I just graduated from college and I don't anticipate on learning more things in the future, so that's why that specific category is empty. But if we look to the other 2 categories, we see a little bit more going on. So we're gonna start with health and wellness. So we have the meal plan, fitness hub, cleaning and decluttering, and routine. So I need to emphasize is that I used to focus a lot on my health before college, and when I got into college, I started at a community college first, and I was able to manage that pretty well, but then when I went to a Cal State University is when I kind of ignored my health, and I really, going into this, I was like, okay, I have this time, I want to get back to like a consistent workout regime, as well as like fueling my body with the foods that I'm supposed to, because for the last 5 years I relied heavily on fast foods and very quick and easy foods that were not healthy, and it didn't benefit me in the long run. With that being said, we're gonna start with meal planning. Now this specific hub is very simple, not very in-depth. It just has a list of the meals that I found to be easy to make and that I like, so that's all of that. And then if we scroll scroll down, we'll see like a grocery list, and this includes all the ingredients that I need for these meals. Now, I don't anticipate following this like exact master meal list forever. This is just what I have for the month, and I do anticipating changing it every month so that way I don't get bored of the meals too quickly. Next is the fitness hub. I have like a little simple workout schedule of when I do what, and honestly it's just to keep track if I did it or not. But if we scroll down a little bit more, we can see a more in-depth on what I'm doing each day. Now, I tend to work out at home on Mondays and the weekends, but I do the same thing on the weekends, so I didn't really create a separate day for those. But Mondays is typically like an ab day for me, where I'll follow like an ab playlist I put together on YouTube, and then I'll go walking for at least 1 to 5 miles, and then depending on when I'm working out, I will either do a morning yoga to end the workout or an evening yoga. And then for Tuesdays, I go to the gym 99% of the time, but every now and then something comes up and I can't go to the gym, so I also have another home workout playlist that I put together that I can follow in case I don't go to the gym. But it's the same thing that I do for Mondays. The only thing different is that I do work out in the morning on these days, and I tend to do morning yoga. I don't know why I have it set up like this, but it works for me. Thursdays, it's the same thing. I do work out in the morning, however I do evening yogas instead of morning yogas because I don't know why. The only thing different is that I don't always do yoga. I do have an evening yoga on there, but it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. 90% of the time I really don't do yoga on Thursdays. For Saturdays, Sundays, I do yoga, so that's why I didn't create a date for those. And then we're gonna go to cleaning and decluttering. I've been trying to keep up with making sure my bedroom's clean, that I'm helping around the house because I do live with my parents. So this is kind of just like a schedule of when I need to do what, as well as like my bedroom. That's literally all this is. But then here we get into routine. So for this, I made a little bit of altering because I have a different routine compared to the previous creator that made this template. So if we look closely, I have 3 different routines. I have a morning routine, a work routine, and a night routine. So for me personally, having something like listed out like this just helps me keep track of what I'm doing, what I need to get done, so on and so forth, which is why I really like this. So for the morning, while in school, I did get up early, so I wanted to make sure I still incorporated that. Although since school ended, I haven't been getting up early because I've been so exhausted that I just been sleeping in, but I just started waking up early this week, so don't mind that. But typically I want my day to start at 6 a.m. because for the days that I want to work out in the morning, I want to make sure I have enough time to get the workout done as well as like get ready for the day, which is all that is just making sure that I complete everything by a certain time so that way I'm out of the house when I'm supposed to. And then we have our workday routine, which is nothing crazy. It's like what I do when I get into the office. So like I log on and then I check emails and check in with my supervisor to see if there's any tasks that need to be completed for that week or day. And then there is something that I need to get done, I will have a 1-hour focus block to make sure that gets done. And then on certain days I do have a lunch break, but on other days I don't because I work less hours on those days. So but those days that I do have lunch, I'll be honest, I don't eat away from my desk. I'll go heat up my lunch in the break room and then I'll come back to my desk. It depends on what's going on, but that's not it doesn't always work that way for me. And by the time I'm done, it's already 5:30, and then I get home and that's when I start my night routine. I do work with children, and these children have a lot of energy, not in a bad way, but in a way that I exert all my energy during the workday that when I get home I am exhausted. So I like to take some time for myself to really decompress the day and kind of get the energy and motivation I need to complete my night routine, because if I don't have the energy, I will literally just go shower, eat dinner, and then go straight to bed instead of being productive like how I want to. Being in school, I really want to like make sure I still have some productivity, but not too much where I felt overwhelmed with like how I did with school, but I definitely didn't want to like bed rot all the time. So not that that's bad, because I do love bed rotting, but I didn't want that to consume me like it has before in the past. So we can see right here is like a standard night routine, just a little decompressing moment. Nothing too crazy, just something to make sure that I am somewhat productive in the evenings and I don't just crash out. And then we're gonna go on to yearly goals, which it really just has more of like the goals that in the past I did a vision board video talking about the goals that I want for myself for 2025, and this section is really just about that, kind of like having what the goals that I wanted to do, what I wanted to see less of for 2025, and how I can accomplish those goals. Nothing crazy, very simple. Now this next part is my favorite out of all of them, and it's my content creation. Now I did say in a video previously that I wanted to be more consistent with content creation, though it hasn't been ideal because I was still in school. But anyways, basically this specific area is focused on content creation. And y'all know me, my goal in the beginning of the year was to be more consistent with posting on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I really want to post more, so in order to do so, I created a specific section about what my niche is going to be about and what kind of videos did I want to see, as well as what you guys want to see. Like I said, this is not my template. I just went based off of what was already there, took out some stuff, kept some things, and inserted some stuff to fit me personally. So if we scroll down, we have the list of videos that I have upcoming. So I have a bunch that are, you know, in progress of editing or filming or scheduled to be filmed, stuff like that. And if we scroll down more, we look at each specific content pillars and the type of videos that I want to film in the future, so on and so forth. So that's pretty much it for this area. It's not really like crazy. I think my favorite part about this section is the calendar part, because I can see exactly what I need to upload on each day, then having to look, okay, when's this due? When's that due? I can just switch to the calendar view and I'll know exactly what's gonna be and I'll know exactly what needs to be uploaded. That is everything that I had for Notion. Now keep in mind, like I said, this is more unique to me. I will have the creator that I borrowed this template from linked in the bio if you guys want to go and check it out and maybe create something for you guys. It doesn't necessarily have to be exactly what I am doing. You can make it fit for you, whether it's for work, for school, whatever floats your boat basically. And yeah, if you guys want to see more content like this, or if you have any other suggestions that you guys want to see me film in the future, feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to follow me all on my other socials that will be linked in the description box. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.